You have been stirring your soap batter for what feels like forever, and it just sits there, thin, glossy, and refusing to thicken. Sound familiar? That stubborn, no-trace situation has stopped many soapers right in their tracks. I am Kathy the Clumsy Soaper, and today we are going to fix a batter that simply will not trace, fast. You will learn why no trace happens, what to check first, and the practical steps to get your batter moving. Whether you make soap at home or in a small production setting, this one is worth knowing. Let us get your soap sorted. So you are standing at your soaping station, stick blender in hand, arm getting tired, and that batter is still looking back at you like nothing has happened. Just a pool of oil. No thickening, no trace, nothing. Trust me, I have been there more times than I care to admit. This is one of the most frustrating moments in cold process soap making, and it happens to beginners and experienced soapers alike. Before you give up, or worse, pour that untraced batter into your mold, stop. There is a reason this is happening, and more importantly, there is a fix, and it is faster than you think. We are going to walk through exactly why your batter is refusing to trace and what you can do about it right now to rescue that batch. So let us talk about why slow trace happens in the first place, because understanding the cause makes fixing it so much easier. Slow trace comes down to three main culprits: cool temperatures, high soft oil content, especially olive oil heavy recipes, and excess water in your lye solution. Olive oil is naturally slow to saponify compared to harder oils like coconut or palm, so a Castile or Bastille recipe will almost always give you a very thin, slow-moving batter. Think of it like cooking a thick stew versus a thin broth. The chemistry is still happening, saponification is progressing, just at a much more relaxed pace. The lye and oils are reacting, forming soap molecules, but the viscosity builds slowly. Your batter is not failing, it is just taking its time. Knowing this means you do not need to panic, and you definitely do not need to ditch your batch. A few targeted adjustments to temperature and technique will bring that trace home without any drama. The pulse and rest method is your best friend when trying to reach trace without overheating your batter. 10 seconds of blending followed by a 30-second rest is not arbitrary. The rest period actually allows heat from the stick blender motor and from the saponification reaction itself to dissipate before you add more. During that rest, drag your spatula slowly through the batter from the bottom up. You are looking for ribbons or resistance, a thickening quality, not surface bubbles, which just mean trapped air. Now, here's a practical fix that many soapers overlook when they are standing there stirring forever and wondering why nothing is happening. If your batter is stubbornly refusing to trace, your oils may simply be too cold. Olive oil, in particular, becomes quite sluggish at room temperature, and a cool batter can take an extraordinarily long time to emulsify with your lye solution. The fix is gentle warmth. Set your pot into a warm water bath, or if you are using a microwave-safe container, give it just 5 seconds at a time and check between each interval. You're targeting somewhere between 100 and 110 degrees Fahrenheit. That range gives your fats enough mobility to emulsify properly without accelerating your trace so fast that you lose control of the pour. This matters especially in high olive oil formulas like Castile soap, where saponification kinetics are already naturally slow. A little warmth lowers the viscosity of those long-chain fatty acids, giving your stick blender something to actually work with. Think of it like cold honey versus warm honey. The chemistry is the same, but the physical behavior changes dramatically with temperature. Here is a practical technique that can genuinely change how your olive-heavy recipes behave at the bench. Water discounting means you use less water than the default amount to dissolve your lye, targeting around 33% lye concentration. This tightens your soap batter faster because there is simply less water competing with the saponification process. Think of it like reducing a sauce on the stove. Less liquid means things thicken up much quicker. For slow-moving recipes dominated by high oleic oils like olive, this single adjustment can cut your wait time at trace by 2 to 3 times, giving you faster setup, better control, and fewer surprises in the pot. So let us lock in 3 practical habits that will protect your next batch from getting stuck at no trace. First, temperature matters more than most beginners realize. Keep both your oils and your lye solution between 95 and 105 degrees Fahrenheit before combining them. When both are in that similar warm range, your fats and saponifying lye meet at a cooperative middle ground that encourages emulsification. Second, tighten your water. Using a 33% lye concentration means less free water in your batter, which removes one of the biggest reasons trace drags on forever. Less water equals faster, more reliable trace. And third, discipline your stick blender. Short pulses with stirring intervals give you control. Continuous blending generates friction heat and can push you past light trace before you even notice. Think of it like seasoning food gradually rather than dumping everything in at once. You can always blend more, but you cannot unblend. These 3 adjustments work together as a system. Warm temperatures, concentrated lye water, and controlled blending are your triangle of trace confidence going forward. So to wrap up, remember that no trace happens when your oils and lye solution simply do not saponify together properly, and that slow trace is a formulation issue, not a technique failure on your part. Knowing how to adjust your recipe using a reliable lye calculator like mysoapcalc.com puts you back in control every single batch. You now have real troubleshooting knowledge that both hobbyist and production soapers depend on daily. Keep showing up, keep learning, and keep making soap. Once again, this is Kathy the Clumsy Soaper. Be blessed and be a blessing to others.